Hey everyone, it's Veiled Shot back at it with an Awaken Chaos Era video, and in this one I'm going to be going over the 7 things I would like to see added or changed about this game. I was in the Awaken Chaos Era official Discord talking with the developers about their new update. This was about a couple days ago at this point, and I was commenting on how they were responding to player feedback, and they responded that they are always listening. So let's go ahead and see if that's true. Now, I've tried to record this video a couple times, and I just felt like I was getting off the wrong impression. And I want to give out the impression that I am very, very impressed with this game so far, and I think it has a lot of potential. And we're not even in global launch, seeing as that it actually was pushed back to the 17th. They're trying to do probably a couple updates before then. We're not quite sure, but I am very, very positive about this game. I would just like to see it be even more polished before global launch, especially with a couple of features like this first one that I would like to see changed, and that is the auto system. So we're going to head into battle here. And you can see here we have auto on, and whoops, I actually took it off right after they used the spell and then put it back on so Connor could use the second ability. But as you can see, I was clicking away and I could not turn it off before they used the spell. And that is just what happens in every one of the battles. You cannot turn your auto off before you go into battle. And even if it's on, you can't just like take it off before the characters use an ability or use a spell. And that's pretty much like just a little bit irritating for a lot of people, and including myself, just trying to like go through and auto a certain battle and then swap it off for manual the next battle. It just becomes a little bit more irritating, and I would just like to see that, just changed. It's a nice quality of life feature that we should have. And then the second one is another change. I would like to see a gear system overhaul. So I do think that they have a pretty decent gear sorting system. The only issue I have with it is pretty much upgrading gear. So the only way you can get rid of gear really is if you have a gear piece to upgrade. You could sell them, but you much rather use them for gear experience. So if I wanted to kind of clear out my inventory, I can't just clear out my inventory right off the bat. If I farm campaign stage or whatever, like all these green pieces, all these blue pieces that I don't have locked, essentially, I need to feed, right? And so I need to find something to feed to. I would like to see some way to be able to sort our inventory, whether that's turning them into gear charms or something else. I would just like to see them make it a little bit more clean. I tend to sell my gear in every other game immediately as soon as I get it, unless I'm going to be upgrading it. So I like to see my inventory a little more clean. I would like to see that just a little bit change. And then the third thing I would like to see changed is a wording overhaul, essentially. And the reason why I say this is because there's a lot of things that are confusing in this game. For example, one of the things in the last patch, a couple patches ago, is that we all thought Windstrikes was being nerfed, but it was actually just a wording mishap. It's actually a buff to the AI of Windstrikes. Another example of this is Antinua's, who says her Ascension applies Unicorn's Blessing at the start of every round. It's actually not the start of every round, it's the start of her turn on that round, and it's got a cooldown of 4. And a lot of these things just have a little bit of wording confusion, and it's really hard to understand kits a lot of the times with some of these characters, with their wording how it is already. So just a little bit more precise wording. And then number 4, we're starting to get a little bit more of the addition ones here, and this one's something I'm really, really excited about. And I know it's a new game, so a lot of these things you're not going to see before global launch, or you won't see for a little while. But one thing I would really like to see before it is launched is a character, like additional characters in every one of these factions. I want to see new characters. There's only 154 total, including the commons and rares. Without commons and rares, just like, I want to say like 80 or 90. And of those, there's only like 60 that are actually useful. I pretty much have every single epic and below as a free-to-play player. I'm missing a couple of them, like Scarlet Marion, William, a really important one, Celestial Kane, Gajar, but other than that, I have pretty much every single one, which is a little crazy considering I've only been playing for about a month and a half. So just a bunch of new characters. The fifth thing I would like to see added to the game is an endless trial expansion. I think this game mode has so much untapped potential. I think that they should expand it to 80, 90, possibly 100, level 100, make it much more difficult, make it much more challenging, increase the rewards by quite a bit, make this one of their primary game modes of just people just chilling and having fun. It's one of the best streamable game modes in the game, I think. And that's really nice for a lot of people out there where, you just want to hang out with the stream and just play this with a lot of people who are watching. This is one of the game modes I stream often, and it's really enjoyable for me to hang out with everyone. The sixth thing I would like to see added is a faction wars. So this one is just like a little bit of a, it's going to take a little while. and we kind of need more characters before Faction Wars does come into play. But right now, these factions are purely for lore reasons. You know, Soul Plunders is a faction within the game, and the only thing that actually changes is, you know, what kind of classification in the lore they are. I would like to see them come out with a Faction Wars game mode, make sure that each of these factions are at least decently well balanced. You know, there's going to be stronger ones, there's going to be, you know, weaker ones, but make us build different characters in these different factions. It would be super fun, and I would love to, you know, kind of diversify my roster, but actually have a reason to do so. And then the seventh one is something that I've seen a lot of other people talk about. I personally have not experienced too much of a big deal with this, and that is a multi-battle overhaul. And some people were requesting additional multi-battles. I don't think the developers are going to do that. What I would suggest is something similar to the Summoner's War model, and that is being able to go into here, adjust your glyphs, adjust your abilities, go into the gear, do anything that's actually in the lobby, you know, shop, check out the event, check out the index, look at the altar, promote, and characters and all that. Basically do everything in the lobby while you're multi-battling. Put a little multi-battle screen in the bottom right or something, and then allow us to kind of explore the lobby while we're doing the multi-battles. Especially for someone like me who has 12-minute queen runs, I'd love to be able to go ahead and just kind of mess around with my characters a little bit, instead of just waiting for, you know, an hour and a half until the multi-battle finishes. I think that would be a nice compromise between, you know, not having 100 multi-battles and also having a little bit more to do while that's happening. And then we have a couple of, you know, kind of like bonus ones, and because I don't think that they're like crazy important, but one of them is turning off the animations. I know a lot of people really want that. I don't think the developers are going to do that, but it would be nice to see those people, you know, kind of not have to deal with the animations every day. Just a few last ones. The first one is I would like to see a arena change. Allow me to use a little bit more tanky comps to fight the tanky comps on defense, and change up the arena tower. They've already done a little bit of this. I would like to see a little bit more. Maybe change the style of arena. And along with this, guild versus guild, it is coming. They confirmed it as far as I know, and I would love to see that. It's one of the few PvP game modes as a free-to-play player that I can compete in and have a little fun. So I'd like to see that soon in the future. Overall, I think the game is very positive, as I said in the beginning of the video, and I would like to make that point across because it is really, really early in the game. It hasn't even been globally launched, and they've already been catering to a lot of the players' complaints out there, and they've been doing a great job. So I just wanted to not come off as someone who is, you know, hard on the game, because I personally am not. I just think that they could be a little bit better, especially with a lot of quality of life and some of the things I'm excited for in the future, and I think they should be adding. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.